At first, motivation feels powerful. It feels like energy, like confidence, like this time I'm going to change everything. You clean your desk, you open your notebook, you tell yourself, from tomorrow, I'm serious. And for a moment, you believe it. But then something strange happens. That same motivation, the thing you trusted, disappears. No warning, no goodbye, one bad mood, one boring day, one small distraction, and suddenly the version of you who was ready to change is gone. This is where most people get confused. They think they failed because they're weak, because they lack discipline, because they're not built for success. But the truth is far simpler and far more uncomfortable. Motivation was never meant to be trusted, and the people who actually change their lives, they don't rely on motivation at all. They rely on something quieter, something boring, something unglamorous. Consistency. Let's clear one thing up first. Consistency does not mean waking up at 5 a.m. It does not mean grinding every hour. It does not mean being perfect. Consistency means showing up even when you don't feel confident, you don't feel inspired, you don't feel ready, you don't feel like it matters. It's doing the smallest version of the task again and again and again. Most people think progress is explosive. In reality, progress is invisible. You don't notice consistency working until one day you look back and realize you're not the same person anymore. A student's biggest problem is not intelligence. It's not resources. It's not even time. It's emotional instability. One day you feel focused. The next day you feel lost. One week you're disciplined. The next week you can't even open a book. Motivation follows emotions, and emotions are unstable. That's why motivation-based studying fails. But consistency does something powerful. It removes emotion from the equation. You don't ask, "Do I feel like studying today?" You ask, "What is the minimum I can do today?" Even 20 minutes, even one page, even one concept. That single act keeps the chain alive. And once the chain is alive, your identity begins to change. You stop being someone who tries. You become someone who shows up. Your brain is not designed for motivation. It's designed for efficiency. Every time you repeat an action, your brain builds a neural pathway. At first, that pathway is weak. It requires effort, but repetition strengthens it. This is called neuroplasticity. The more consistent you are, the less energy the task requires. That's why studying feels hard in the beginning, easier after a few weeks, automatic after a few months. Motivation spikes dopamine briefly. Consistency rewires the brain permanently. That's the difference. Willpower is a limited resource. Studies show that decision-making and self-control drain mental energy throughout the day. By evening, your willpower is exhausted. Consistency solves this by removing decisions. You don't debate, you don't negotiate, you execute. Same time, same place, same simple action. This reduces cognitive load and preserves mental energy. That's why consistent people look disciplined, when in reality, they've just eliminated friction. Without consistency, you restart your goals repeatedly. You depend on mood. You feel guilty but stuck. You lose confidence quietly. The most dangerous part? You begin to identify as someone who can't stick to things. And once identity shifts, behavior follows. This is how potential dies, slowly, silently. Consistency builds more than results. It builds self-trust, confidence, emotional stability, and a calm mind. Every time you show up, you prove something to yourself. And self-belief grows from evidence, not affirmations. But let's be honest, Consistency without awareness can become destructive. If you're consistently overworking, ignoring rest, chasing perfection, you burn out. Healthy consistency is flexible, not rigid. It adapts, it forgives missed days, it values recovery. Consistency is not punishment. It's support. Motivation says, do it when you feel good. Consistency says, do it even when it's boring. Motivation fades with stress. Consistency survives stress. Motivation excites. Consistency transforms. That's why consistency always wins. 2 students, same syllabus, same exams. Student A studies 6 hours randomly when motivated. Student B studies 45 minutes daily. After 6 months, student B knows more, not because of intelligence, but because of continuity. For a normal person, consistent sleep improves mood. Consistent walks improve health. Consistent effort improves finances. Small actions repeated daily outperform big actions done occasionally. This applies to everything. How to build consistency. Lower the bar. Small actions create momentum. Fix the time. Same time reduces resistance. Remove friction. Prepare in advance. Track identity, not streaks. Focus on who you're becoming. People quit because they expect fast rewards. Consistency works slowly, silently, relentlessly. Trust the process before it shows results. One day, you'll realize you don't need motivation anymore. You've become the kind of person who does the work whether you feel like it or not. And that's the moment everything changes. Motivation starts journeys. Consistency finishes them. Motivation is emotional. Consistency is loyal. And in the long run, loyalty beats excitement every single time.